spot looking extra fly. For the day you die, you gon' touch the sky. Yes, yes, yes. Guess who's on third?
South Africa, and a very, very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express, and my name is Jeannie D. Now, the fashion scene over the last couple of years has, it's seen a major shift when it comes to inclusivity and creativity, and we have seen designers and stylists bringing their cultural upbringings and visions to rejuvenate the runways with functionality and imagination. And of course, Afternoon Express is always at the forefront of a new wave. And of course, today we are bringing you yet again someone who is rising up the ranks and adding his unique flair in the style world. We meet stylist and fashion guru Mzikayisi Mkokeli. He will be showcasing 4 on-trend looks that are sure to inspire your winter wardrobe. Then we also zoom in on a conversation between 2 iconic musicians, Mamleta Mbula and Thandiswa Mazwai, who sat down at the new AMPD studios in Joburg's really vibey Newtown for the Old Mutual Amped Icon sessions. Plus, we chat to Sabrik CEO Kalyani Pillay about the importance of communication from your bank and how to keep your FICA status favorable to avoid consequences. So do catch up with us online and tell us what your band name would be using the color of your underwear and the type of shoes you were wearing. So I would be black silver. So tweet us using the official hashtag Afternoon Express. Tweet us at Afternoon Chat. And of course, you can also comment on our Facebook page. We love hearing from you. Now, listen up, South Africa. I've been waiting a long time for this because right here, right now is all about exclusives. As many of you might know, my hair is my calling card, and I've been on television for years, and having hair that is camera ready, shines, and most importantly, is always healthy is imperative. But how do I stay camera ready? Well, what makes my hair luminous, luscious, nourished? Well, it's time to reveal all. Let's see where the secret lies.
To look $1 million, you need to look good from head to toe. Literally, your hair must always look sensational, and then your shoes must always look good. More important than style for me is quality. I want my hair to look like silk, and I want it to shine. And that's exactly what this product does. And being on TV every day, there's the pressure for it to look extra shiny.
I'm definitely ready to take on the day when my hair is done, whether it's just been treated and blow dried. I think I feel more confident.
Having a good or bad hair day can make or break you. What you put into your hair, your skin, it'll shine through, it'll show. For me, it's very, very important to use natural ingredients, to use a product that I know exactly what I'm getting, and I'm getting that from Garnier Nutrice. I've used Nutrice for about 10 years. I love the fact that my hair is nourished and it feels silky and smooth. And yeah, I'm in love with the product.
I've always been an eco-warrior, and so anything for me that becomes sustainable to the environment, is responsibly sourced as well, is high on my list of priorities. Not only are we looking at beauty now in the future, we want to look at how do we teach our kids to take care of the environment in their daily choices. So to have a lifestyle where we're able to still maintain our natural beauty, but have products that take care of the environment is important. So I'm proud to have Garnier Nutrice in my arsenal of beauty buys.
Jeannie D and Minky are the perfect embodiment for what Garnier stands for, because these women are relevant to local South African women. They are trustworthy, they are credible, they are sincere, they are natural, and they're very confident. Nourished hair means better blondes and brunettes is distinctive because we have a lot of shades and varieties to choose from. We also obviously have 2 wonderful brand ambassadors, which is a blonde and a brunette, and we felt that our perfect shades and that combined would be a great recipe for success.
Color treatments, obviously need to have natural ingredients because of all the other artificial ingredients that can be damaging to your hair. So obviously having the natural ingredients can be a bit better to make sure your hair is nourished and looked after and that you're not adding more damage to your hair.
Your hair really is your crowning glory, so it's very, very important to look after it. So I think to go for regular treatments, to use very good products on your hair, to brush it regularly, and to use great color to cover the gray.
It's all about being naturally beautiful, but also being confident within yourself.
Well, there you have it. Gorgeous hair is always the best revenge. So I owe my gorgeous locks to Garnier Nutrice, and the secret is out. And another person who counts on Garnier for flawless hair is television personality and my dearest friend, Minky van der Westhuizen, who joins us in the loft. And of course, we're also so lucky to have the marketing manager for Garnier Nutrice, Teresa van Rooyen, with us today. Welcome to the loft.
Thank you very much.
I'm so happy the secret is out, and look what's out. Ta-da! Wow, amazing. I literally just want to walk into every supermarket and just stand next to my box. I'm so excited. This is amazing. So, I mean, blondes versus brunettes, it's an amazing campaign. Why is better hair color just better for anybody, regardless of the color?
Well, Jeannie, as you mentioned, for many South Africans, your hair is your crowning glory.
Yeah.
It really is what gives us our confidence. It's what makes us women and feel special. So all of us that had a bad hair day, we know how that feels. Oh. And with Garnier Nutrice, you're safe. No dull hair color, no peaking grays after 2 weeks. And what better way to really celebrate better blondes and better brunettes with South Africa's darling blonde, Minky van der Westhuizen, and the stunning brunette, Jeannie D.
Well, you know what's so amazing about this campaign? Minky and I have been friends forever. I'm not going to reveal our ages. But also, we did this campaign 10 years ago, and we are still loving Garnier Nutrice, still loving our colors. Minky, I mean, you are the best blonde I know.
Thank you very
and
much.
the smartest blonde I know.
Thank you very much. I'll take that from you. And right back at you. It's so nice to be here today and to share this with you again after 10 years. It really is magical, and I think it is safe to say that the secret is out. Yeah. I totally agree. And it's something that we feel safe with, and that the product we've loved ever since we can remember.
Yeah. But let's have a little girl talk, because seriously speaking, your hair is always in amazing condition. Always. I know I've got a best friend, and you know sometimes when you're having a day when you're not looking your best. Now, she's all into like positive, uplifting speaking, and she always just looks at me and she goes, at least your hair's gorgeous. You know, if you're feeling fraught. But how do you keep your hair really looking gorgeous all the time? Because for blonde, you would expect it to go dry, but yours is shiny, girl.
It is hard, but exactly, it's very hard to get blonde hair shiny. Yeah. So obviously for me, I trust Garnier Nutrice. This is my color, 10.01, and I've used this, I'm not this exact color, but the 10 point, I think 10 years ago it was more vanilla sorbet, but I mean, this has just been incredible for my hair, and it is hard to get blonde hair shiny. Yeah. And I love a bit of dry shampoo, I must be honest. I've got 3 girls, and to look like this every morning, it just, I mean, it doesn't just happen.
Do you know what else is a really good trick? You must sleep on a silk or a satin pillow. Your hair shines so much the next day. It is literally the most amazing trick. Now, Garnier Nutrice has done some incredible research as to why women could perhaps be wary about colouring at home. How has this adjusted your brand and, of course, the work that you do?
No, of course, and as you know, Jeannie D, so Garnier Nutrice is the #1 hair colour in South Africa, so of course we take our consumers very seriously. And 2 of the main reasons we found that consumers are hesitant to colour their hair at home. The first reason being you're not sure of the colour result you're going to get. Yeah. And my advice would be to not only look at the front of the pack, but also the back of the pack. Because the base shade that you start off with is very, very important. A little bit of a tip from my side is never go 2 shades lighter or darker than your base shade. So for example, my shade and your shade is a #5. Yeah. So if you would go lighter, don't try anything higher than a 7. And if you want to go darker, don't try anything lower than a 3, as your result will not be as what you would expect. Another thing that women really fear is damaging their hair. So my advice on that would be to make sure you use a brand that is trustworthy, like Garnier Nutrice, and look for a brand with quality ingredients. Garnier Nutrice is all about nourished hair. It contains 4 natural oils: avo oil, cranberry oil, shea oil, as well as olive oil. So all of these things, it really is about feeding your hair. And as we know, nourished hair means better color and better blondes and brunettes.
Well, I have to say, so I've got the color 4.5. So if you want our color, you have to go 4.5. But I colored my hair last before the event. And it wears so well. The shine is still in it. The color's still nice and rich. So it really just is beautiful and lasting. Buy the one for me on the box. So, Minky, I mean, who has more fun, blondes or brunettes? Seriously, you know it's me.
Darling, darling, do not get me started. I think it's
Should we do a little hair flick off?
Oh, my shattered nerves. Are we really going to do one?
I mean, that's not going to win.
Oh.
There's your camera, go girl. Well, if you do that, you're going to win. I need that slow motion. Garnier Nutrice, proving it's possible to...
That's why we chose them.
Thank you so much.
So much fun.
Thank you very much for being here today, and thank you so much for choosing us. This is amazing. This is really... I can't wait to show my kids this one day. So Garnier Nutrice, proving it is possible to color one's hair at home and get the salon-like finish to keep us confident all day long. So our thanks to Teresa and Minky for joining us today for some Hair Care 101. And if you at home would like to get in on our nourished hair and become a better blonde or a better brunette, head over to www.takealot.com. You can purchase Garnier Nutrice at leading retailers across South Africa. Make sure it's this one. And to make it even easier, log on to Afternoon Express Facebook page for a link to shop now. Nourished hair means better blondes and brunettes. By Garnier, naturally. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. I trust that you're having a fabulous day. And it's about to get better because my day is definitely about to get better because of what's happening in this kitchen. So chicken wings are always a winner. And with Chef Amanda's recipe for sweet and spicy wings, this is no exception. So these wings are made for the perfect hands-on starter that'll have your guests literally licking their fingers clean. So SMS the keyword EAT to 33650 to get the list of ingredients and recipe. SMSs, R1.50 each. Free SMSs don't apply. And you are definitely going to be licking your fingers for this. I mean, blue cheese sauce, wings.
Yes.
Please teach me how to make this.
I am going to teach you. So this is very easy. So this is like feed your soul, light your soul on fire type of stuff.
My soul needs feeding today.
It will get fed.
I thought it was Friday all day, so I need the soul
It will
food.
feel like Friday today, Julie. It'll feel like Friday. So what we do is, first is, we're going to season our flour because this is where all the flavor comes in. And if you could, while I'm busy adding in the sauces, you can just put the spices
I'm going
in there.
to throw in some onion powder.
Yes.
There you go. I mean, I don't know how much to throw in, so I'm just winging it. Get it? Okay, smoked Spanish paprika.
Yes.
Which
So
I
that
like a
little
lot
bit
of. I like that
smokiness.
smoky taste, and I feel like wings need it. Chili powder, lots of this, because we love chili here. Maybe that's too much. I mean, I'm just going freestyle.
It's never too much. Oh my goodness.
Have I really gone too much?
No, it's fine. I'm fine now.
Are you sure?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't kill the chef, Jeannie.
Don't kill the chef.
Garlic powder.
Yes.
I mean,
and then you're going to take a spoon
fine
and
black
mix that
pepper.
all up.
I'm not going to go too much of this because I know the fine pepper
No,
is
not
quite
too much
hectic.
of that one. Yeah.
Oh, we haven't even opened this one. Yeah, I love new spices.
So here, what I am doing is mixing up the sauce that we're going to put the hot wangs in.
Okay, so now what is in there?
So in here we've got sriracha, which is an Asian hot sauce. It's got a little bit of garlic, it's got a little bit of chili, it's got a little bit of everything. And then we put some honey in there just to sweeten it up so it's not too hot for everybody.
Okay.
And then we've also got some barbecue sauce just to bring down the heat a little
delicious. Now look, I thought I threw in a lot of spices in here, but with all of the flour, it's actually not that bad.
bit. No, it's not that bad at all.
So I actually did quite a good job.
Yeah. See, what you want with this is that for the flour to be very seasoned because it's going to fry off. So you want as much flavor to stick to your chicken as possible.
You should have told me that in the beginning.
Oh,
girl. Let's go to Kira. Okay, let's go. More paprika. Is that, I mean, is that cool?
That is good.
Or do you want more?
Good.
I feel like we need more garlic powder because garlic is always a flavor that we need more of.
So if you can't get a hold of like garlic powder or onion powder, fresh also works.
Oh.
So just crush it as finely as you can and you add it to your sauce and then you'll be fine.
I mean, this garlic powder is so delicious, I'd even throw it on my popcorn. Is that gross?
No, just
Garlic
take out the
popcorn.
flour.
Okay, now what
so
are we
now
going to do?
we're going to take the wings, dip it in there just a little bit, that way.
That's it, and that's all that's frying off.
You put it in there, into the egg, and then we're going to double dip.
Okay.
So make sure
I feel like this is the only time you can double dip.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. I don't mind.
And then you do
I'm not
that.
so like worried about double dippers anyway.
So
I
as long
feel
as
like
that
it's a
is covered, you see?
necessity. Okay.
And then you put it in here.
This is going to be so good. And I quite like when it's very basty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Battery. What's the correct word?
See, when you double dip it, then it's like extra crunch on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me throw that in there.
Put that
Oh,
in there.
that's going to
Just
be a
be
great one.
careful.
Okay, and obviously the oil must be quite hot.
Yeah, so the oil must be hot. You leave it in there for about 8 to 9 minutes on the one side, and then you turn it over and you let it go on for about 3 to 5 minutes, depending on the color.
And they come out like?
Golden brown, beautiful, like that.
Like that?
And then what we do then
Yes.
is we take them and we pour them into this bowl.
Oh, fabulous, because my hands...
Yeah, right now it's not.
It's not one of those moments that I can lick my fingers.
No. And then we take this.
Yes,
This
do
is
it,
the
do
ready-made
it.
sauce. Pour it over.
Amazing.
And what you do is
Delicious, yes.
flip them in there. Make sure everybody gets coated.
Okay, then get to the part with the blue cheese sauce, because that really excited
The
me.
blue cheese sauce, if you go to the recipe that we have that is linked on,
Yeah.
you will see what the blue cheese sauce is. It helps bring down the heat because sriracha can be quite hot.
Okay.
And we've put a little bit extra just to warm your belly up. So if you want that, you take that. So this is the ready-made one. And then to finish it off, we just take some blue cheese.
Throw it in.
crumble it over.
Oh, this is gorgeous. This is such a treat.
Just
I
to give it a
cannot
little bit
wait
of
to eat
texture.
this. So to get the ingredients list and the link of the recipe sent to your phone, simply SMS EAT to 33650. And you know what I'm going to do right about now? Eat. Okay.
There you go.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are SABREC.
FICA was implemented to fight crimes such as money laundering and tax evasion. Now, FICA helps to ensure that financial institutions know exactly who they are dealing with and helps to keep our money safe. So we have SABREC CEO Kalyani Pillay in the loft to discuss the importance of FICA and why it is important for companies and banks to know their customers. Welcome back to the loft.
Thank you, Jeannie.
Always lovely to see you. When I think of money laundering, I think of like those old Italian mafia movies, but it happens nowadays all the time.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
what does FICA do to prevent it?
It doesn't prevent it, but what it does is it enables the banks to know exactly who their customer is. It helps to make the customer more secure, and it enables the bank to also improve their security and to do responsible banking as well. And that's why it's absolutely important. And I think globally, countries all over have taken the position to look at how best they can deal with fighting money laundering, terrorism, tax evasion, fraud. You know, it's all those very organized kinds of crime. And they've realized that this is the way to go, is to actually legislate it so that you're compelling institutions, you know, not just banks, everybody who is dealing with anything financial has to comply. And so a number of countries have actually made it law. And as did South Africa, we certainly are up there with countries that want to ensure that we're actually dealing with things from a proactive point of view where we can. And of course, the FICA legislation came into effect. So from a banking perspective, our banks are actually compelled to make sure that they obtain the most accurate and the most up-to-date information about their customers. And that's why they have to, reach out to customers, ensuring that they get all this information in, and to make sure that they can keep their system safe and try and keep their clients safe as well.
So companies will utilize FICA to get to know their customers better.
Yes.
And how do they do that?
Well, for one, they have to, so know your client, KYC process is part of compliance. So companies are obliged by law. And it's very important for their customers to know that, because customers feel irritable every time they get asked to provide something. So how does this happen? There's various ways. There's certain set information that's actually required, and of course some can go a little bit beyond that. So things like the person's address, where do you live? It needs to be updated and relevant all the time. So while it's an obligation of the institution or the company or business that you're dealing with, but as an individual, you and I should also know that if we're changing those details, we should go and update it at our banks.
But it is a bit of a schlep. But it has to be done, because the more protected they are, the more protected you are.
Absolutely. So it's things like your address, your phone number, if you're changing your place of work, you have a new work address, those kind of things. And if somebody is purporting to be you, to take over your account or to take over your identity, they're not going to know certain things which you might already have provided the bank with. So it's very important. So, members of the public, bank customers have to know that they will continuously receive communications to update that, and you should always provide the latest updated information.
I remember when banks were locking accounts until you had updated your FICA.
That's very important, Jeannie, because banks actually, because they have to comply, they would face serious fines, and they actually have, if they don't do what they're supposed to in terms of the Financial Intelligence Center Act.
Because if something goes wrong, it could be expensive.
So absolutely. So one of the things is that there's no use having legislation if you're not going to ensure that it's actually complied with. So one of the things that the banks are forced to, they always do it more as a last resort if they've constantly tried to get their customer to come in. If the person doesn't respond, they actually are forced to freeze that account. And then, of course, you can't do any transactions. So it's really so important that you assist in this process, keep it up to date. It's in your own interest to do so. and whoever you're doing business with also needs to have that information.
What is the most efficient and the safest way to update your FICA?
Well, if it's your bank, you take the information in yourself. Please remember again the same things that we talk about: phishing, vishing, smishing. Remember also that perpetrators out there are trying to get your information. So if they have, and we've seen this in the past, where criminals have actually sent out communications purporting to be a bank or purporting to be some company that would require FICA to be complied with, saying to them, you've got to comply, send this information through, and you can't just go and email all this information to anybody.
Yeah.
So go to your bank yourself, take in the proof of your ID, take proof of your address, you know, your utilities bill, like your electricity account or your mobile account. So take it in yourself and go and give it through to make sure that whoever's receiving it is who should be getting it.
Exactly. No one will ever ask you to email it to them.
Well, look, you know,
banks, SARS. I think they've even
banks
got
will
reminders saying that they
communicate
won't.
asking you to come in, and that's really important. So, you know, that's why I say be cautious. Don't just go and send it to anybody that's asking you for information.
Thank you so much for educating us again.
A pleasure.
When it comes to businesses, everyone with a bank account is a target. Join us next week when Sabric CEO Kalyani Pillay comes through to discuss deposit and refund scams. And unless we take extra caution, we can find ourselves falling victims to these type of crimes.
We are brave, innovative, everywhere. We are Sabric.
And on to the next segment. So this week, we are looking at LG's air conditioner range. And one of the incredible features in the premium Artcool range is that you can control the air conditioner using your smartphone. I mean, what a time to be alive. It's called the Smart Think, or like ThinQ. So basically, with LG's Home Appliances Control app, you can change the temperature from anywhere. So imagine that you're out shopping on a freezing cold winter's day, and you are able to turn the air conditioner on while you're still at the shops, and then set the temperature so that by the time you get home, your living room is perfectly warm and cozy. Now that is technology. You can also monitor your Artcool's weekly and monthly energy usage directly from the app. So you can see how much LG's signature smart inverter is saving you. Plus, no more worrying about losing the remote, because after the break, we head over to the new AMPD studios in Joburg's Vibey Newtown for a conversation on music and financial guidance with iconic musicians Mamleta Mbulu and Thandiswa Mazwai. So remember to also tell us via our social media platforms what your band name is, using the color of your underwear and the type of shoes you are wearing. So don't forget to include hashtag Afternoon Express. We'll be right back.
Design made sublime. LG Artcool.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. So we were recently rubbing shoulders with some of SA's music greats at the exciting launch of Old Mutual's new Amped Studios in Joburg's vibey Newtown. So it's an innovative and engaging cultural springboard of raw inspiration, practical financial guidance and coaching for aspiring musicians, headlined by some of South Africa's most influential musicians. This is a giant leap in the right direction for the music industry. Check it out.
Old Mutual's latest project is a platform that is aimed at creating powerful conversations around financial prosperity in the music industry. Now, this mentorship program offers guidance to up-and-coming talents in the hopes of helping them build their dream career. This week, we've got the absolute privilege of watching Letta Mbulu and Thandiswa Mazwai's Hero Conversations. In the first Amped Icon Hero Conversation, Letta Mbulu and Thandiswa Mazwai shared insights on their careers and financial lessons they've learned en route to success.
So my first advice would be to young artists, think before you plunge in. Think about what you really want to do. Do you really want to sing because you feel this thing inside you? Or you do it because you can make money? There are those who are very lucky. They go and make money like that. And then they blow it because they think it's going to come tomorrow. But if you are driven, you don't do that. Yeah. You are driven to do it. Yeah. Money or no money.
I am blown away and I just have no words. Standing next to me, of course, is Letta Mbulu, and you have paved the way for so many artists. How important is longevity and staying power in your career?
Longevity comes only with working hard, one, and understanding the business you are in, understanding what you want to achieve out of it. You know, most of the time we do things because we think it's wonderful, it's glamorous and all that. But what do you want to achieve and what motivates you? I was lucky. I was motivated because I had a reason to do what I did. There was a struggle in my country. And therefore, that motivated me. I had to have staying power because I watched you, young people, with that staying power, with no artillery to fight anyone, but the staying power. That's why we're here today, because of your staying power. So it's very important to have it, but understand it. Understand how to use it.
Amped Studios will house a state-of-the-art recording studio supported by experts and musicians to mentor aspiring artists in boosting their careers.
With every other career comes planning, and we firmly believe in the power of planning and also planning for your own future. So there's never a better time for you to think about how you can actually contribute to people building up their careers, but also building up their financial wellness. So it really was a great time for us to seek a different platform to engaging with youth on this so that we can contribute to youth employment as well. As Old Mutual, we're really proud to be associated with such an initiative, and we wish all the aspiring artists all the best. And we invite them to come through anytime to actually see the place and also engage with other aspiring artists.
Unfortunately, in South Africa, we do not have management companies or people who can actually come in and help us to administrate young artists so that they can grow and develop and be able to fly. I'm hoping with this establishment now that we can do something like that, because you cannot just nurture the artist because he's performing. You ensure that the contracts are right, the management is right, and whoever is administrating understand the business.
This exciting space will open to the public soon, and we'll be following the action right here on Afternoon Express. Who knew that there was so much to learn about early investments and multiple sources of income? I know I've learned so much about money management in the music industry, and I hope that you have too. This is all possible thanks to the help of Old Mutual and the Amped Icon Session.
An incredible initiative indeed by Old Mutual. Good afternoon, South Africa. My name is Palisa Dembe, and I'm coming to you live from the Newtown Junction here in Johannesburg. And standing next to me, of course, is the sponsorship and events manager at Old Mutual, Bandile. Bandile, Old Mutual has decided to collaborate with artists in music and decided to make history. Why music?
Well, music is a universal language, and if you think about it, passion point, interest, it's easy then to have a conversation about serious matters of life.
Absolutely. But you have decided to pour in longevity in the conversation, pour in financial freedom into the conversation. And not only that, you've added mentors, incredible legacy artists like Letambulu, like Thandiso Mazwai, Kuli Chana, of course, for the people. Why did you guys decide to do this? And what is the link between the two?
Well, it's all about coaching, mentoring, motivating. And if you think about having Kuli Chana as the resident host here, Brian O'Shea, one of the top producers, giving tips, pointers to the people that are up and coming in the industry, it's a way of saying that wisdom is passed on. And as you know, so it's all about that, imparting that knowledge and making sure that people have a solid foundation.
And a solid foundation is what we're building as the stage that we're standing on right now. If you were to give any advice to up-and-coming artists, people out there who want a future in the music industry, what would you say to them?
Well, we have to say surround yourself with the right people, you know, and by that it could be a financial coach, it could be possibly an advisor, and Kuli Chana, Brian O'Shea, and listen to the legends that have been there. So it's making sure that from the onset, you know, empower yourself, arm yourself, and financial self-defense is very important, and that will sustain you in the long run.
Yeah. What's been so devastating is seeing some of our incredible legends pass on with no legacy, with nothing to hand down to the younger generations. What would you say to them if you were to give them advice as to how they were to plan for the future, save, and invest?
Well, it's all about, we're going to have monthly masterclasses here. We're going to have what we call Amped Icon Hero Conversations. Attend those sessions because we're going to have industry experts that can talk about contracting, royalties, IP, saving, investment. So it's all about come and get the knowledge. And thereafter, you can't plead ignorance, and hopefully we'll not have a situation where our artists die as paupers.
Absolutely. Look, I too have learned so much from last week's Hero Conversations with Letambulu. Yeah. A legend herself, Miss Thandiso Mazwai. I mean, ever so eloquent, ever so passionate. I want to plug into this, and I'm sure some of our viewers at home want to plug into this too. How do they become a part of this facility?
Well, we have reduced the entry barriers. You know, you walk in, register, and be part of the community. So the facility is a co-working space, Wi-Fi. We've got state-of-the-art creation hubs where people can do graphic designing. Yeah. There's a boardroom. There's a state-of-the-art recording studio, but it's all about come in, register, become part of the community, and very basic, simple terms and conditions. So it's either you are a rewards member of Old Mutual, or you hold one of our own transactional account called Money Account, and that gives you access.
Absolutely. I mean, what more do you want? You need definitely to sign up if you're a poet. I mean, this doesn't only restrict you to music. If you're a poet, if you're a performer, if you are just...
voice-over artist?
A voice-over artist, come through, sign up, and be a part of this incredible initiative. I mean, I'm very, very excited to be standing here. I feel like I'm a part of history. Obviously, Afternoon Express bringing you nothing but the best, and Old Mutual, of course. Old Mutual, as a brand, what do you want to come out of this?
Well, at the end of the day, it's about enabling positive futures. It's all about making sure that people become their exceptional best. And once we've got that, they are sustained for life.
Absolutely. Sustainability is all that it is about. Look, I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful for Old Mutual. And I'm thankful for this platform to give to everyone else out there. Look, we're having such a good time here in Newtown, Johannesburg. Over to you, Jeannie. I know we're heading over to an ad break, but I want you to sign up, of course, and be a part of the Amped Icon Sessions. Hero Conversations taking place every single weekend. We're bringing you nothing but the best. But for now, we're heading over to an ad break. We'll see you after the break.
Clover fresh milk is way better. Made with love by Clover.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. And oh my goodness, this is another delicious recipe. You might be familiar actually with the sweet taste of a classic bread and butter pudding. It's my favorite pudding. But because we like taking things up a notch here in the Afternoon Express kitchen, we have a really cheesy twist to the sweet classic. So our baked bread is what cheesy dreams are made of, really, and comfort food at its best. So SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get the recipe. SMSs cost R1.50 each, and free SMSs do not apply. Bread and butter pudding is legit my favorite pudding ever.
Me too. Me too.
And now you've just outdone it.
The way I love cheese, I love sweet things, but the way that I love cheese, the way it's so comforting, the way it just melts, because this is exactly what this does. It's creamy, it's melty, it's delicious. It's got 3 types of cheeses. The more cheese you add, the better.
I mean, I don't know if you can sense my excitement. I don't actually know what to do with myself. Because this basically resembles a toasted cheese sandwich, nachos, a pizza, everything all in one. Okay, please teach me how to make it.
So what we're going to do is already here we have got the butter and the flour and the milk mixed together.
Is that like a classic white sauce?
Yes, so it's like a classic white sauce. And then we're going to add a little bit of cream in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then whisk it up.
Want me to do it all?
You can pass me the cheese.
Okay. Oh, yes. Let me do that. So let me stick to what I know. Okay.
So what we're going to do is add a little bit, like half, if you can have.
You've got an
half of each
assortment
of
here
the-
as well,
yes.
which is
So we've got
genius.
the mature cheddar and gouda and tussers.
Okay. And why do what flavors do the 3 different kinds of cheeses give you?
The tussers and the white cheddar, they are more milder.
Okay. So when you combine all of them, it's just more cheesy.
It balances out completely, and it's absolutely beautiful.
I love cheese.
What I love about this, watch this, Jeannie. Watch this. It starts to get sticky. Do you see that?
Yes. This is like a delicious little fondue.
It is. And then what we're going to do is add in the egg.
Okay.
What
so
the
still
egg
only
does,
half. Okay.
because we're going to take those and we're going to top our bake with it.
Oh, but that still needs more cheese. I don't feel like this one doesn't have enough.
More cheese, yeah.
I try to go vegan, and every now and then I try to go vegan, and then I just realize that's never going to happen. I love cheese way too much. Okay, that go in.
Yes, go
There
in.
you go.
Thank
Eggs
you.
in.
And then you just make sure that it's at a low enough temperature that you don't make scrambled eggs.
Okay.
So everything blends in together, and you whisk, 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 whisk.
I'm still
quickly
throwing
blend
a
it
bit
in.
of
Yeah.
cheese in there for you, just so
There we
that it's
go.
extra cheesy. I like extra cheese. That's what I've been doing on TV.
There is
videos.
nothing wrong with extra cheese.
Okay.
So there we go, and then we put that aside. Okay, let me put this here. So we
Then
don't
there's
burn
this
the
thing.
countertop. Yes. So what we're going to do with our butter is take the slices. You're going to do the mince, and I'll do the bread.
What
So
do I
if-
do with the mince?
Let me
Just
show
throw it
you
in.
now. No. You wait for Amanda. So Amanda.
I get excited. I just want to rush things along because I want this baked.
So what we do is we butter up the bread on both sides.
Okay.
And we're going to put it in there.
Yeah.
And then you're going to follow up with the mince.
Like
So the
between
next
it?
layer, yes.
Oh,
So we're
then-
going to layer it up just like bread and butter, except a savory version.
Okay. There you go. That's
go.
enough.
Put that up there.
Okay.
Yes.
There's the next layer.
And then we
Perfect.
do the next
Okay, so then we layer, layer, layer.
Until we're
And then
done.
what?
When we're done layering everybody,
Yeah.
we're going to throw over the sauce.
Okay. That cheesy sauce
The
that we've
cheesy
just made.
sauce that we've just made.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it in the oven and bake it at 180. And you wait until all the cheese is melted that we're going to put on top.
Okay.
There we go. Just a little
Easy.
bit more mince until it turns golden.
Oh, wow. Okay, throw that on. Oh, wait, let's not waste. I hate waste.
Yeah. Use everything
my
out.
pet.
There we
Okay.
go. So we put that in there. Look how velvety, rich,
are
and creamy,
just
and
my
delicious,
favourite in the
and
kitchen.
cheesy.
Oh.
This
Can't
by
wait to eat
yourself
this.
in the
Okay,
middle of
and
the
then
night.
all of that goes on in the oven.
Put that in. Spring onions. Let it go golden, and
And
that is what it's
then-
going to look like.
I mean, hello, Italian mama. Delicious. SMS the keyword Clover to 33650 to get this recipe sent directly to your device. I know your mouth is watering. So here's a quick reminder of how it's made. Now we cut it.
Made with love by Clover.
This is truly delicious. So after the break, we meet Mzikayise Mkokeli, and he'll be showing us 4 easy-to-pull-off winter looks. Welcome back to Afternoon Express. I hope that you're having a wonderful afternoon. It's about to get better. Now imagine growing up in a home where your cousin made you catch butterflies during a hot summer's day so that they can use the powder from the wings to make eyeshadow. Oh, that is the wonderful childhood Mzikayise Mkokeli had. So it's no wonder that he has become one of the fastest emerging model stylists and fashion gurus in the country. With a great eye for detail and flair for dressing different body types, he will be creating 4 of his best looks for the season. Maze, welcome to Afternoon Express.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so Maze is what you affectionately known as, or Starboard Black.
Starboard Black, yeah.
Where does that come from?
It came from 2 of my favorite artists, The Weeknd and Ray Black.
Amazing. You are fashion.
Thank you so much.
But even the story on how you fell in love with fashion,
Yes.
like using butterfly wings
It's crazy.
for
It's so
eyeshadow.
crazy.
I mean, could I be more obsessed with
It's
you?
super crazy. So the thing is, I grew up with my grandmother living
Yeah.
in Transkei and 15 cousins. So this one time, my older cousin, the 18-year-old, she says to me, could you guys go to the bush and fetch the butterflies for me? And I was like, wait, I'm not gonna go. Why do we have to go to the bush?
Yeah.
And then when we went, my older cousin knew. But when we went, I kept on asking, why do we have to go? Why do we have to go? I don't wanna go, I wanna play. And then when we got there, I actually enjoyed catching the butterflies and stuff.
Yeah.
So when we got back, she was like, put the container here. No one touches it. Okay, so I'm like, I wanna see, what is she gonna do with it? And then she opened it, and then she took out 1 butterfly, and then she started to take the powder, and then she applied it on her
I mean, isn't that
creased.
just so
Like,
romantic?
From that time,
Your
I
upbringing was a
literally-
fairy tale.
Yeah, it was like,
I
it was
love it.
crazy because she would let the butterflies fly around the house after she did that.
Oh.
So from then on, I was like, oh my gosh, you can actually be creative without having to go to the shop to buy something. This is it. So from then on, I started to be creative, started to wear dresses. It's crazy. Because
You are creative and you
Yeah.
look so beautiful.
Thank you
Now,
so
I want to see
much.
some of the looks that you've put together for us today.
For sure.
Let's
Okay.
see. Let's start with our first
So the
model.
first one is actually my brother.
Hello, brother.
So we wanted to keep it
How's it
iconic. So we wanted to
Nice.
keep it iconic with the blue jeans and white top. So we added the jacket to keep it masculine and very trendy.
Yeah,
With
such
the
a good
boots
look.
here, we have black boots to keep it grunge and like trendy and in for this season to keep you warm. Also, I wanted to accessorize it with this scarf / poncho that you can actually make really, really cute and fun.
Oh,
So
I
we're
mean,
going
that
to
is
do that
just-
there.
I mean, you're definitely going to go on a date after this.
You are
'cause
ready to
it
go.
looks good.
So with this look, you can definitely wear this with a black blazer
Yeah.
or a jacket,
That
any
is
kind
really
of jacket.
beautiful. Thank you. And now, cousin,
And the next
sister,
one,
friend.
The next one I have here a leopard print tunic dress, which I love so much because she looks so sexy in this. So I paired this with thigh-high boots to give her the comfort and warmth because it's winter. It's very cold.
Absolutely beautiful.
So with this, I would pair it with this beautiful box bag to give it that sass, and we accessorize the whole dress with the polo neck, turtleneck, to be warm because it's winter. You want to be warm while
Exactly.
doing it. So,
All right, let's see our next
Yeah.
look. I mean, this is just gorgeous.
Listen,
I
this
want
one,
this.
you want to go to Old Biscuit Meal and you don't want to
Yes, this
dress
is so
up. You want to look easy and relaxed. So I paired this knee-length sweater with the stonewash and black sneakers, white sneakers, I mean.
Yeah.
So here we have my maroon cap. So here I have a fanny pack, which is also very in this season, to just tie or hold, or however you call it.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, isn't he stunning?
Very, very cool. You
Yeah.
look like proper winter.
And this sweater is very in this season.
Yeah, I love
so
it.
it's a definitely, you have to go for this.
Yeah. And then our final look. I need this whole outfit.
Listen, this,
Wow.
I call this sports slacks. So what this does, you can literally wear this without the top. You can just wear the pants. So I paired this with the shoes to give it that sporty looks, as Cardi B would say, those that look like socks, right? So I paired it with also a turtleneck as well, because you want to be warm while out there. You don't want to be cold, because it's very cold. So I have a cute little something to go with
That
it.
handbag is not finding its way back to the store. That's finding its way home with me.
I got you, girl, I got you. So that's my look for the day.
I absolutely love it. So quickly, just to wrap up, what are your top tips for this season that everybody must know?
One, confidence.
Yes.
Definitely. You have to be confident because it's very easy to pull off anything if you have confidence. And second of all, you need anything leopard print, anything skin.
Today is
animal.
the one day of the week that I'm not wearing leopard print. Leopard is my
I'm
favorite
sorry.
color. I wear it almost every
For
single
sure.
day.
Yeah, and snake skin is also very in this season.
Okay.
What else is in?
Your hair is just so
And my hair is in too, girl.
I mean, my favorite color is 4.5, but yours is absolutely
Sure.
fantastic.
Thank you so much, love.
Thank you. I love that you said that when you were a child, you were so, you didn't have all of the clothes that you wanted
Yes.
to wear.
Yeah.
So you realized to have style, you don't need
Yeah,
money. You
you
just need to
don't.
have great
You
style.
don't.
Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you, my
have
beautiful.
amazing
Thank
style.
you.
So great meeting
Thank
you.
you.
And of course, we wrap up the week tomorrow with 2 incredible performances from musicians Eternal Africa and Francesca Biancoli. It's going to be a good one. Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, we'll be back again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Until then, good night and God bless.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Afternoon Express Made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.